Hello and welcome to ASA with myself, Dimpo. So today I'll be discussing with you this fully funded scholarship from Reed College, and I'll also be discussing or sharing with you its admissions requirements for international students. I'll also be sharing the financial aid package available for each student, as well as the visa process and the student life. So let's get down with it. So if you're visiting this channel for the first time, I am Dimpo and this is ASA, and I make videos to help you find fully funded scholarships as an international student. I also help you land your dream job abroad, and if this is something that you've been looking into, then this is the channel for you. So before we begin with today's video, or before we begin with today's topic, please consider subscribing and liking this video, and make sure that you share it with anyone who you believe will benefit from this video and this content. And also don't forget to subscribe and like and follow us on our Instagram account at Abroad Studies Academy. So go on and subscribe now, and now let's jump on with the video. So as you have already seen, we'll be discussing about Reed College. So I'll be sharing with you the admissions requirements for Reed College for international students, especially international undergraduate students. So for you to understand how the requirements work or what is required from you as an international undergraduate student, all you have to do is use the link in the description, the first link in the description, and you can go through the apply drop down menu. And what you need to do is visit the international requirements. Once you click there, you will land on this page. So this is the international applicants requirement page, where you will learn about applying to Reed. You also learn about visa processes that are needed for you as an international student. You also learn about online classes, rankings, as well as learning about Portland, where it is located, orientation, and other aspects of the application process. So let's go with the applying for Reed. So as an international student, you are considered an international student if you are outside of the US or you are not a US citizen, and you are required to apply through common application or coalition application. So both systems are almost similar but different in some way. So let's go through the English requirements or English proficiency as part of the required documents. So as an international, you'll be requested to take the TOEFL test as part of the requirement. So just so that the school can determine your level of English or your English proficiency, then they'll require you to take the TOEFL test or test of English as a foreign language. So those are the minimum scores that they would request from you to be accepted into Reed. But bear in mind that if you have been studying in the English for the past years, then you will not be required to submit TOEFL results. And for those who will be requested to, or those who need to, make sure that you know Reed College's code, which you will need to send your TOEFL scores. So now let's go over to the interviews. So international students are required to take in the interviews once you've been accepted into the school, and this is part of the selection process, and this is where they would also try to evaluate if you are competent or fluent enough in English, or if your English proficiency meets their requirement. So they'll invite you for an interview as part of the selection process. Your school report should be is a document that is required also for review, and your counselor's recommendation is obviously a recommendation that is done by your guidance counselor. It can also be done by your teacher, which is your normal teacher at school. If you don't have a guidance counselor, your teacher can also fill in your recommendation letter to help fill up your application package. So this document helps you to evaluate your application within the context of your academic background. So this helps the university, or in this context, Reed College, to evaluate your application. So now let's go over to the teacher recommendation. So like I did mention, your teacher can also fill in your recommendation, but in a case where you have a guidance counselor, then Reed will also require that your teacher takes in or submits your recommendation. And as obviously this is done or filled in by your academic teacher, so somebody who has taught you in the previous years will be filling in your teacher recommendation. Also, for students who were not taught in English, they should offer an evaluation. So also your official secondary school transcripts are required by your teacher, and they can be provided to the given email address. And these transcripts must come from a school to be considered. So the school will consider your transcript official if it comes from your school. It does not have to come from you. You are not supposed to submit your own secondary school transcripts to be considered official. Certification of finances is a form that is needed from you as an international student, so as for school to create your visa documentation, which is your I-20. So Reed will do that if they have admitted you into their school. Also, you will need to fill in CSS profile, which is a form that is filled to evaluate how much you will need in finances to be able to attend Reed College. And this information is for permanent resident students, so we don't need that because this video is intended for international students. So as you can see, Reed College will offer you 100% financial aid, and they evaluate this on the basis of demonstrated need. So they will look through your CSS profile and see how much in terms of finances you need for Reed to take care of, and they will offer you 100% if you need 100% of financial aid. And you will have to do this, or they evaluate this using the information that they will require or they will get from your CSS profile. So as an international student, you will need to file in your CSS profile for it to be able to know if you need 100% financial aid or not. So regarding visa processes, you will work on that on your visa or F1 visa once you have acquired your I-20 form, which they will be able to generate once you filled in your certification of finances form. So once you use the link in the description below, you will be able to land on all this information on this website and to go through them. I wanted to make this video so I can clarify some of the things that may look foreign or may be foreign to you, or some of the things that may be hard for you to understand if you're going through this for the first time. So let's go through the residence life or the campus life, which will be found on the link down below. So let's go through that quickly. As an international student, one of the things that you would want to consider when selecting your college is campus life. But before we do that, let's guarantee ourselves that this school will actually do meet our intended need of finances. So as you can see, Reed meets 100% of demonstrated needs to all admitted students, international or domestic, for all 4 years. So the scholarships can come in terms of grants, scholarships, loans, employment, you name them. So let's see what this tuition, or let's have a look of the breakdown of the tuition. So as we can see, they say over half of Reed students receive need-based grants or need-based aid. So this means that over half of admitted students, or over half of all Reed students, receive 100% aid. And for students who are domestic students or US citizens, they will have to fill in a form that is called FAFSA. But for us as international students, the form that we fill is the CSS profile, which can be found on College Board. So to get a CSS profile, all you need to do is visit College Board and you will be able to fill in your finances profile or finances form. So for you to understand what is entailed in your scholarship or in your financial aid award, this is where you can go in and look through all this tabulated figures and descriptions of what is meant by full scholarship or your full financial aid package. And for you to be considered for financial aid, obviously you need to be wary of the deadlines. So for early action, deadline is November 15th, early action November 15th again, and early decision 2 December 20th, regular decision January 15, transfer students March 1. So let's go through the residence life. So as you can see, this is what you can expect to have once you are a ready or once you are a read student. So they have different array of housing options, and as you can see, you have different descriptions under each housing option that they have, so you can look through that and see if this is something that you'd love to experience once you are accepted to this school and once you are a student here. And they have all these different student life options to choose from, ranging from different residence life, say clubs or groups, events. So you have an array of student groups and events that you can participate in or take part in. You can run for student governance, you can run for athletics, you can run for, you can even start your own group which other students will join. So all you have to do is head over to the community and look through all these different things that you can be part of once you are ready. So that is basically all I had for you in this video about Reed College. Use the link in the bio to find out more. So I hope you guys loved this video, and if you did, remember to subscribe and share this video with other people, and remember to share this video with as many people as you can who will essentially benefit from what I shared from this video. And until next time, bye bye.